now's not the time to play on people's fears or to pit one part of our country or one section of our society against each other. In that respect, there's no difference between those who try to divide us on the basis of whether we're English or Scottish and those who try to divide us on the basis of our background, race or religion. Now, of course, I'm not saying that nationalists are somehow racist or bigoted.
As I see the rise of populist and narrow nationalist parties across the world, as I see the results of Brexit and President Trump, that hope does overcome.
Are you saying the SNP
over division?
Are you saying the SNP are part of that narrow nationalist spectrum that you're deriding there?
What I'm saying is now more than ever, we should come together. Now more than ever.
Are you saying the SNP are narrow nationalists?
What I'm clear about is that in the current context of Brexit, Trump and the rise of populist nationalist parties across the world, I think we should pull together.
But don't you understand why these sort of remarks infuriate people in Scotland, particularly in the SNP? Nicola Sturgeon, again, to quote, says it's sheer desperation and moral bankruptcy on the part of Labour.
Well, I understand perfectly why Nicola admires me. What I think she needs to recognise is that post-Brexit, post-Trump, at a time when there is a rise of narrow nationalist and populist parties across the world, we've got to come together.
Yeah, you've said it before.
We've got to pull together.
Are you saying the SNP
we can achieve far more together than separate?
You've said that, but are you saying the SNP are part of that trend? Because they would say they are absolutely the antithesis of Donald Trump.
I'm a proud Londoner. I'm a proud Englishman. I'm a proud Brit. And I think the reality is, look at the benefits of that very special relationship between London and Scotland, and I want that to continue.
Do you regret your remarks at all?
I'm looking forward to making a speech today. I'm looking forward to Nicola hearing all of my speech rather than this mock horror. Look, I'm a good friend of Scotland. I love Scotland. I love every part of the United Kingdom. I'm a proud mayor of London. I'm looking forward to my speech today, and I've had a great response from the people of Scotland. Looking forward to continuing a good relationship with Nicola and the Scottish Government.
Do you accept the SNP finally are a civic, democratic, inclusive party, not perhaps the way you've caricatured their approach?
Well, I'm looking forward to Kezia being the First Minister of Scotland, but of course I recognise the huge role that Nicola's going to play in our United Kingdom. I recognise that London and the Scottish Government have really good relations. I want those to continue, and I think it's really important to recognise that in the current context of the rise of populist parties, the current context of post-Brexit mood, the current context of the election of President Trump, we can achieve far more pulling together than being separate.